Welcome everyone to the second week of the CrossFit Open. 18.2 has been announced and Dave throws another new movement at us. It is the dumbbell squat. Pretty easy movement, not really a lot of technique to talk about here, but we will talk about it. Okay, so the workout is you have 12 minutes to complete two pieces, another two-part workout, just like I believe it was 15.1, 15.1A when we had the max clean and jerk. For time, you're going to do an ascending ladder, 1 and 1, 2 and 2, dumbbell squats, bar facing burpees. So it's 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, ascending for time. With the remaining time within the 12 minutes, you are going to establish a 1 rep max clean. Okay? Now, we saw Noah and Patrick go at it, and they smoked this workout. They were done in around 4 minutes, pretty fast. I don't really foresee much faster than that, 15 seconds here or there, but that's probably as fast as we're going to see. So as we're talking about scheming for this workout, we have a couple of ways to look at it, right? The faster you get done, the more time you have at the end, okay? The slower you get done, the less time you have at the end, but you're less fatigued, right? If you saw them, it took them almost 3 minutes to hit their first lift. Noah hit it first, I believe, and it was at 225. Then he hit 275, and then I believe it was 301. Patrick's 225, 75, 95, 305, 25, 35, I think, and he missed 335 at the end. But if you saw them, they were really struggling in the very beginning. That weight looked a little heavy, but they got their composure and they made the lifts count. So how do we attack this workout? A couple things to think about here. So we have some new standards. The dumbbell squat must come from the ground. You must stand up fully before you start your first squat. So we can't squat into our first. So no dumbbell squat clean from the ground. Okay? And the bar facing burpee is the new standard, like 18.0, meaning you must leave the ground and land on the ground, jumping up and back with 2 feet. Okay? So that's really, really important. So when we jump back for the burpee, we have to jump back with 2 feet. When we jump up, we have to jump up with 2 feet, and they have to land at the same time. You can still turn, okay, but their feet must come together and land at the same time, going down or coming up. And that's going to change the game for a lot of people, right? A lot of people will have the nice slide step. I know that's what I do. That's what's comfortable for me. So this is going to be a little challenging for me as well because it's a little bit of a different standard than I normally train. Now, how are we scheming this? Well, I'm going to be honest. Depending on if you just want to hit a big clean or not, this has to be done as a fire breather workout. This has got to be fast, okay? You can pace your dumbbells, but it's won or lost on the burpee. As you saw, Patrick started catching Noah, and if he didn't get those no reps at the end there, I'm pretty sure he would have caught him. Noah's squats were much faster. Patrick's burpees were much faster. So when we're scheming this, you can try and catch your breath a little bit on the squats, really push the burpees. The goal is to work efficiency, so make sure you're placing the dumbbells at a comfortable place. If you saw them, the bar was forward, their dumbbells were right to the side. You can also grab and turn, have dumbbells facing this way, and squat this way, depending on how your camera is set up if you're videoing. So that's another technique, is turning the dumbbells to the side, basically coming back over the bar and just facing this way. All right, but then you have to turn and jump back for your first burpee. So you saw Patrick and Noah's, their first burpee, where their dumbbells were, they were able to drop straight down. They didn't have to really jump back. They just went straight to the ground and bounced back up. Okay? So make sure you're practicing the efficiency of transitioning from the dumbbell to the burpee, from the burpee back to the dumbbell. No wasted time there. Don't waste time walking around, lagging, etc. Okay? Another thing, for the burpee, we are able to jump up, step, step, and then jump as well. That's very important because a lot of us can't really pop up enough to get our feet all the way to the bar, and that's okay because we can still walk to the bar, but we have to make sure that we jump down with 2 feet and land with 2 feet. When we're going to the clean, make sure that you're starting with the weight that you know you can hit. All right, on the other side here, we have our warm-up, and we're going to warm up to about 90% of our first attempt. Okay, maybe some of you will hit your first attempt beforehand, and that's fine. But for the most part, most of us are going to be comfortable just warming up, hitting 90% of our first rep. Now, this first rep of the clean, it's not 90% of your max, right? I'm talking about 90% of your first attempt. This first attempt should be, theirs was about 60%. They also clean 350 plus pounds, so it's a little bit different. For the majority of us normal people, we're able to hit like 70, 75%, maybe even 80%. pretty regularly without any issues at all, really fatigued. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to open up about 80%, maybe 75% of my, no, it's about 80% of my 1 rep max clean for my first rep, regardless of how long it takes me to get there or not. And I plan on taking about 3 or 4 attempts, maybe a 5th attempt, depending on how much time I have to get this. And I suggest you do the same. We don't want 1. We definitely don't want 6, 7, or 8. Okay, 3 to 5 is about what we're looking at. Probably, I'd say the 4 is going to be like that golden number. 4 attempts is going to be really good to make sure that we're getting enough time, resting enough, and really priming the system to hit that clean again. Okay, all right. So let's check the warm up. All right, come on. All right, I think we're locked here. Check the screen. All right, perfect. I know it looks like a lot. We're going to come a little closer here so we can see. Boom. All right, so I know it looks like a lot. But it's not, I promise. So we have a 3-minute thermogenic warm-up. We're just going to get sweaty a little bit. Row, bike, run, whatever you're comfortable with. Doesn't matter. Just get your blood going, okay? Then we're going to go into basically 5 minutes of wrist warm-up. I like a quadruped warm-up on hands and knees, rocking back and forth, side to side, turning the hands in, pumping the wrists, okay? And then into your front rack. Whatever comfortable front rack mobility stuff that you do, do it, okay? Don't spend too much time here. You're going to be plenty warm when you get there, all right? Next, we're going to go into 2 rounds of a simple Spider-Man lunge with rotation, okay? Into empty bar, RDL, good morning, front squat. So RDL, good morning, and then front squat, all right? Just run through that 2 times. None of this is fast, right? So this should take no more than 10 minutes, okay? 10 minutes here. Then we've got our clean progression. So if you do more barbell progressive work, you know, a Bergener warm-up or uprights, whatever your barbell progressive work is, make sure you do it at this point. And this is the percentages that I suggest that you hit prior to starting the workout. We're going to do percent of first lift, so 50 times 2, so 50% for a double, 60% for a double, 75 for a single, 85 for a single, and 90 for a single, okay? So this is a total of 7 reps. These 2 are very light. These are your primers. Make sure you're comfortable. If you want to hit an extra one, that's fine to get a little bit closer to that first attempt. Now, once we're there, take a minute, grab some water, do whatever you need to do. Then we're going to go into our actual movement primer, okay? And this is the most important part of the warm-up right here. We're going to do a minute on and a minute off, okay? Maybe 80 to 85% of our speed, all right? 3 dumbbell squat clean, or 3 dumbbell squats and 3 bar-facing burpees. And we're going to transition back and forth. Boom, 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 boom. This is a time that you're going to work on learning the movement, making sure you're comfortable, figure out how you're going to hold the dumbbell. They held it in a traditional front rack. You know, when we did the lunges, they were back here, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot of shoulder fatigue in the movement. So a traditional here, however you can get it here quickest and begin your movement is going to be most effective, okay? So smooth transitions, going back and forth between the movements, understanding where to put your dumbbells compared to the bar, very important. How to transition up and over the bar, okay? And being comfortable with the new movement standards, okay? So making sure you're starting fully extended, jumping back with 2 feet, and jumping up with 2 feet for your burpee, okay? You're going to go minute on, minute off, times 2. Then we're going to take a few minutes rest, and then you're going to smoke this workout, okay? If this is too much, you can just cut it down, okay? I know it seems like a lot, but it's really only about 25 minutes of warm-up. I know that's kind of long. Maybe not 25 minutes. 10, 5. So a little bit there, but a nice, this is everything, okay? So take your time, warm up. Make sure you get that heart pumping. This is very important. We got to get that energy system primed because this workout is extremely fast, okay? We don't want to go in there and then start heaving and huffing at, 4 and 4 because then we got a long workout ahead of us. So we got 55 dumbbell squats, 55 bar facing burpees. It's a really, really short workout, okay? A lot of time can be lost in transition and mishaps in the movement standards. As you saw from Patrick, he got no rep twice. Cost him probably about 15 seconds. That's a lot of time. So he'll probably definitely redo it. And yeah, so that's the 18.2 warm up. All right. Again, it's ascending ladder, 1 through 10, bar facing burpees, or dumbbell squats, bar facing burpees, and a 12-minute cap for time. With the remaining time, you're going to do a 1 rep max clean. Good luck, everyone. I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions, and I can't wait to see your scores on the leaderboard.